Yes, thank you David. Blair Ballard here for the Bond Experience Europe. Welcome to rural England, or more specifically to my country retreat / personal shrublands. Christmas is almost here and it's a bit of a nightmare, isn't it, for our loved ones to try and track down some stuff that we actually want or that we haven't got already. So what do we do normally? When there's a film out, we pore over the on-set photos, the paparazzi backstage shots, and track down the pieces of clothing before the film's out. We can get to the stores and hopefully they're still there. But for the most part, we have to wait till the film comes out, and because it was shot a year or 2 years before, it was a couple of seasons back, and we can't find the items at all. So we have to resort to outlet stores or eBay. It's a bit of a nightmare. So what do we do? Well, we can approach Indy at Magnolia Clothiers or Daniel Love at Royale Clothing, and they do absolutely brilliant replicas. Or what you could do is try and get an item reissued, which was championed very successfully by Supremo David Zaritsky when he approached Billy Reed, and they reissued the Peacoat from Skyfall, and it's an absolute bestseller for them now as well. Put them really on the map in my books. Or there is another option. You can club together with your friends and petition a company to do a limited run or to do a special order for you. Now, this was championed again by Simon Rusgar, the Supremo of the wardrobe super sleuthage, and he approached Tom Ford for the Harrington that was made very successfully and a few of us forgot hanging in our wardrobes, and I was a bit of a backstage helper in that one as well, which is great. But also, back in 2013, Daniel Craig was seen parading around New York in some brown chukka boots. Now these were the ones he wore in The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, but he loved them so much, he wore them in his personal life as well, and they were from Barney's, New York, exclusively. He loved them so much, he had a special order made of black suede ones. Now, these weren't available in the shops at all. They had a day-night sole as well. Now, Simon approached Crockett & Jones and said, could you possibly make a special order for us? They said, sure, ultra-limited run, limited number of 6 to start off with. And Simon pulled together some friends. I missed the boat on that one. I was absolutely gutted. So a few of us went back to Simon and said, look, please, could you ask Crockett & Jones to see if they could do a few more for us? Crockett & Jones said, well, we promised the original run, guys, that they wouldn't be able to have any more. That was it. Simon went back to the guys who went for the original run and said, please, can you let these other couple of guys have another shot at it? They very magnanimously said, sure thing, they're fans, they deserve it. So a second run was made. These are the boots here. There are only 24 pairs owned by members of the AJB forum, plus one owned by some guy called D. Craig Actor. But they're super rare, and it gives me a little warm feeling inside to have something that's so rare and so exquisitely made, obviously, coming from Crockett & Jones, British craftsmanship at its best. They're extremely hard wearing. I wear them all the time. They're in pretty good nick, really, considering, but they are super rare and I just love them. And so there's a message here, a Christmas message for us. If there's something you want to get together with your mates and petition a company to make them for you, special order. Christmas miracles can happen. Okay, now have a great Christmas, guys, from all of us here in the UK to all of you out there. Hope you have a great time and that Santa gives you everything you want for Christmas, a few surprises as well possibly. But now, back to you, David, in the States.